Hey everyone, welcome along to this presentation on how to earn 3 to 5K per month selling our ecom advertising services part-time. So let's get into it. So what's the opportunity? So here's what we're looking for, guys. We're looking to hire someone that's competent, reliable, trustworthy, somebody who is a go-getter at actually acquiring clients for our ecom growth agency. Essentially, someone who can sort of dedicate part-time hours every week to book discovery calls, take those calls, qualify the prospect, and then, if appropriate, sort of move them down the sales funnel into like an actual sales call. Okay. So if you tick the boxes on all the below, I want you to stick with this. Okay. So if you enjoy and appreciate the A to Z process of client acquisition, which involves, nurturing leads that you were given, by the way, um, book them into discovery calls, and if appropriate, sort of book them into a sales call. If you enjoy that process, all good. If you've a proven track record of closing mid-range, high-ticket offers, all good as well. Stick with us. If you have a great attitude to both your personal and professional life, very important, stick with us on that, okay? And if you have a passion to learn and continue to develop your skill set, whether you're sort of constantly improving what you do and making a better version of you, whether that's through your health, also through your skill set, then stick with us as well. And essentially, you have no problem working on a commission only basis, which is, again, looking after the client acquisition from A to Z, from the SDR to the sales rep. Okay. So that is going to be the sort of structure. If you've no problem working on the basis of that as a commission, you understand that it's hard work, but you also understand that it's very rewarding when you're involved with the right company, working environment, and offer. So let's move forward. So this is a little bit about me. That's me there. My name is Byrne. I've got 16 years of experience kind of online, primarily in the sort of online shopping space. And I got my start really many years back doing SEO, building websites that were sites that were promoting kind of large retailers, mid to large range retailers in the States, where I'd build these websites and I was promoting some of their products. They were physical products, and I would rank these websites for certain keywords. Traffic would come. I would have value to offer there, and they would click my link and purchase from the retailer that I was promoting, and I would get a commission off that. So that was how I got my start there. And through that, I developed other sort of skill sets over time. Things like email marketing, conversion rate optimization, gamification marketing, just growth strategy in general, like an overall sort of picture of how to sort of essentially, find traffic and get it to convert. And then, of course, using the likes of paid media, mostly on Google back then when it was affiliate marketing, but of course, Facebook, Instagram as well is another a platform that we use now in the actual agency. So, but yeah, along with all those skill sets, definitely sort of e-commerce very much fell into that. It was very much aligned with what I did. So I started the agency. So yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell. Here are some kind of client results in recent times. I know they're just kind of screenshots right now, but you can see just some of the figures here in terms of return on ad spend that we're doing. These are like monthly, weekly, various sort of periods. If you want more in-depth information on how what we're doing in terms of client results, you can visit this URL here. There's plenty of videos that I have published where I talk about like kind of ad accounts and customer acquisition for clients and that kind of thing, which will give you a more in-depth view and kind of show you sort of what we are able to achieve when we're working with the right clients. So again, just like kind of giving you a background about what we do. We're essentially a growth partner for like an e-commerce brand, like a store that is online, and they sell certain products. That could be beauty products, it could be clothing, They're the primary sort of avatars that we work with, kind of thing, or brands, if I say. And we essentially help them. We come in as an agency and we help them sort of grow through ads, through email. So we use these like ad platform technologies to acquire the customers, and we do that profitably. Okay, so we'd use things like tier one ad platforms like Facebook, Google to acquire the customers, and we'd install marketing campaigns with engaging ads, strategies, and offers to acquire these customers. We sometimes coach and consult clients as well on things like creative direction, strategy, campaign development, and we also integrate email marketing as well into their growth strategy to sort of like build out lifetime value. So who we serve, a little bit about the sort of avatar that we serve. Well, it's e-commerce brands, but it's e-commerce brands that actually have good product to sell. You can't. Well, you're going to find it very difficult to convert a bad product with great advertising. We could do all these strategies and all these great sort of creative strategies to acquire attention and stuff, but at the end, if people land on the site and they look at the product and they just go, "Oh, this is not really for us," or "I don't really see the value in this, the product is just not convincing for me," then you're just not going to make that conversion. So we have to be working with e-commerce brands that have a proven concept, in the sense that they, wherever they're at in their stage, that they have a product that is actually selling. So we would come in and actually help with their sort of growth goals. And we kind of serve regions like primarily right now in the US, UK, and around sort of some parts of Europe as well. And that is just primarily because I'm based here in Ireland, and it's just time zones that we sort of work with currently right now. I won't say that that's set in stone forever, but that's just the way it is right now. So the client kind of right now at this moment, we like to work with clients that are, small teams, but, have a good proof of concept. As I just mentioned, the product that they're selling well, they've got good foundations in place, maybe some good social assets and that kind of thing, and they've an ambition to sort of increase those numbers. And as I show you here, they're kind of doing a range between 15 and 25,000 a month. Anything kind of lower than 15, they may not have a sort of budget to invest into ads or hire a team like ourselves. It all depends, but so if the brand is making above 15, that sort of gives us a little wiggle room to sort of actually work. So these are clients that are making these kind of figures. They've got ambitions. They don't have something that's predictable in terms of running ads. They can't seem to run ads profitably, or they can't seem to run ads at scale. And we come in and sort of help them out with that as well. So they essentially see us as a go-to solution for their revenue goals. So that's the type of avatar that we serve. So what we offer, like in order to acquire these clients, you really do, like, especially when you're doing kind of outreach, which is one of the things that you'd be doing as part of the role here, you need to have a good offer. You need to be speaking with somebody who owns a store, who has a growth problem, and you need to be able to make them an offer and say, "Hey, look, we can come in here and do something for you here. And this is our offer. It's that we guarantee an increase in your current ad results in 7 days, and then you pay." So whether you are running ads or not, we're going to guarantee an increase in what is already existing in 7 days. This is a great offer because it minimizes any downside when working with us, certainly for the first 7 days. So we literally just work for free for 7 days. If we see that a brand, if we look and study a brand and we understand that we could definitely make a difference to their current ad results in 7 days, then we will come in and we will work for free, knowing that by day 7 we will have convinced them fully that we're a good solution, and that this is the difference we can make in 7 days. Can you imagine in another 30 days time or another 60 days time, sort of the impact that we could kind of make there? But we can't guarantee this offer until we actually audit the account and are confident that we can sort of drive those results. But it's a great offer. Anyone that's running ads and is struggling a little bit to get their ads profitable, whatever their ad spend, okay, whether it's $100 a day or $1,000 a day, we can come in and actually look at that So it's very attractive for anyone that's running ads primarily. Some people who have had experience running ads in the past, that has been a disgruntled one, we can come. This offer still applies very great because it gives them confidence to say, well, look, just take it over for 7 days if you think, and I'm willing to sort of commit if you guys can sort of deliver. So yeah, it's a great offer. Side note, that's for ads. We're currently doing a similar offer right now for email as well. Right now, I will say that it's not going to be, we won't be able to guarantee a result in 7 days, but we're looking at something sort of in the like as in a short window in terms of getting results, which will help or certainly convince people to listen to more of what you got to say to them. Okay, so who's the role for? Just go through this quickly. I mentioned this before at the start. Someone who's got a great attitude to their personal and professional life. Somebody who's organized in their life. Somebody who's looking after their health. Somebody who, has a great attitude to their professional life, can get on with people. This is very much a people person game. Okay, you're going to be speaking to quite a few people. There's going to be a lot of engagement over and back. So you really need to be able to sort of handle that and just have good attitude when working with people. Some people you're going to come across who are maybe a little bit of an asshole. You just need to sort of let that by. But, you can't please everyone. But they're never going to be a good fit anyway. But you will meet some very decent people as well who have an interest in speaking to you. So it's very much, you've got to have an uplifting, good, attitude and a willingness to sort of work. So you appreciate you enjoy and appreciate the idea of the A to Z process of client acquisition. And again, we spoke about this earlier around, you're going to be given leads via LinkedIn. You need to go in and nurture those leads, have conversations, see if there's ways that we can help them with problems that they have with their growth, get them onto a discovery call, and if appropriate, a sales call. So you enjoy that process, very important. Can communicate efficiently and effectively with prospects. We just kind of mentioned that before. Highly important. You're competent. You're reliable. Reliability is so important, and you're trustworthy as a person, okay? And you've experience in effectively closing high ticket offers, okay? You've got great work ethic. You've got great mental strength, certainly at times of rejection, because that will happen. You might get ghosted, or you might just, people are just kind of negative to you sometimes. You just need to be thick-skinned here because you can't, you're going to come across these people at the end of the day. But you just have to fight and, if you're getting ghosted, keep following up, try and make phone calls, try and DMs, even emails, that kind of thing. It's highly important because you can win these people back. Business people are very, they're busy people, so they don't always have time to talk or get back to you on time. So that's why you need to be following up. So you have goals to be an entrepreneur, not an entrepreneur. Okay, so you see yourself as somebody who can, offer value within a team, an existing team already, and you come in as your role, and you're able to, make a difference, innovate, create that department, and make it better, as opposed to becoming the actual entrepreneur itself. You want the flexibility and freedom of working from home. If you appreciate that, by all means, this is definitely a role for you. It certainly beats sitting in traffic every day going to work. And you're very good at self-managing, and you're organized with your work, because you're going to need to be like that, because you're going to be dealing with various prospects over the weeks and months that follow. So you need to be able to be organized in handling that. You have a passion for driving results, and you have confidence in selling our offers. We're going to talk more about the offers now a little later. And again, constantly improving your skill set and being on top of your game. Very much like the first point there that I mentioned about, you've a good attitude to your personal and professional life. You're constantly learning. You're intrigued about your industry, like in selling and kind of talking to prospects, and you're coming up with maybe different ways of, improving the process. Who this role is not for, someone who's lazy, uncooperative, isn't coachable, and is in essence, a know-it-all, okay? that comes down to sort of the bad attitude sort of side of things. You're a professional who doesn't take their prospecting and selling work seriously. If you're going to come into this role and you just think you're going to be, not as attentive, and you're not putting in the work, this is just not for you at the end of the day. So someone who isn't committed to the weekly KPIs, if you're not going to be meeting your weekly KPIs, then this isn't for you. If you're untrustworthy and reliable, forget about it too. If you're not showing up to meetings, if you're missing meetings or discovery calls, if you're just essentially not doing the work, you're not going to get places with this role, and I and yourself will get frustrated, and it's just not going to work out. So you have a negative attitude toward your personal and professional life. That goes without saying, and you just don't have the initiative to talk to prospects and close deals effectively. That's just, you're not going to make money, we're not going to make money, and the whole experience is just going to be shit. So that's who this role is not for. So just a couple of things about like our agency. The vision that we have is that we believe that like advertising and marketing can really change an e-commerce brand's growth goals for the absolute better. So using these technologies can really help a brand, an e-commerce brand's, target revenue. It's very achievable using these right things. So we want to be that go-to sort of service. We want to deliver the best kind of client experience and client results in the industry, essentially. So. And the mission really is to be a trusted and reliable growth partner for our clients and help them achieve those revenue goals with the awesome products that they actually sell. And we do that profitably too. Now, some of the values that we have, obviously client results and client experience, and I would say even prospecting results, prospecting, I'd say experience with you is huge. Honest and being reliable is highly important as well. Again, always adapting and learning, thinking ahead, being innovative about your conversations with prospects, how you prospect, but also how you sell, how you nurture all of that relationship is very important. And above all, having fun. Having fun is highly important too as well in our values. So let's just talk about the reality of the role. I'll go over this in a couple of slides. So you're essentially here to manage the entire acquisition process from A to Z. So the outcomes, like we want you to be our growth partner and close deals with the right prospects on our services, okay? So sell our services to the right business. And the way we tangibly sort of achieve this is through having quality prospecting conversations. Quality conversations with the right target audience, which you are given, by the way, through LinkedIn, will equal high quality prospecting conversations. And then if you have these high quality conversations with great prospecting experience, that has more potential for you to actually close. Okay? So make the prospect feel heard about their growth problems, address their pain points. This will kind of build rapport, trust. They will open up more to what their maybe issues are or what they need. So we need to be seen as the go-to solution for their desired outcomes. So you want to advise the prospect on our solutions based on their growth problems. Okay, so during conversations with prospects, advise them on the best solution that aligns with their growth goals and the desires. So what revenue targets are they looking to achieve? Are they looking to acquire more customers? We can help them with that by acquiring customers via Facebook, Instagram, Google. Maybe, and I mentioned this in a previous slide as well about email marketing. We're coming up with a similar offer to the one that we have currently for customer acquisition. But are they looking to retain their customers? Maybe they don't want to run ads. Maybe they don't want to use ads to acquire more customers. Maybe they're looking to build retention and lifetime value with the existing email list that they have. So you can find that out through conversation. And again, like over a DM chat, you can find out the sort of pain points, ask probing questions, gather intelligence about their situation, and encourage a discovery call if you feel that they are a good fit to connect on a call. So just so you're aware, of course, we've got like full training on this in terms of like the DM conversation, what to say on the discovery call, and even the sales call as well. I would hope that, and of course, if you have any experience, like you should, when you're thinking seriously about taking on this role, you're going to have your own experience of working with prospecting and kind of selling. But obviously, our training is there to help you as well. So, combined your experience with the training here, you should be all good. But yeah, we'll have a breakdown of like what to say basically on DMs and how to sort of coordinate conversations, which will help you to book meetings. So yeah, lastly, really in terms of the reality of the role, you just need to stick to the KPIs and conduct your daily sort of administrative tasks. So really, to be successful with this system, you need to hit your monthly KPIs. And I'll just show you here how the system is kind of currently broke down into its basic structure right now, okay? So you are going to be essentially given leads for a LinkedIn profile. And what happens is as follows. We send out roughly about 1,500 connection requests per month on LinkedIn to the target audiences. We're looking for brand owners, founders, managing directors of ecom stores, and we're looking to connect with those people and start conversations because they're the decision makers. They're the people who have the company or brand close to their heart. They are the decision makers. They want to grow their business basically. So we want to connect with as many of those people as possible. So typically we're getting like a 20% acceptance rate. So that's 300 connections per month. Now, through all the dialogue that you'll be having with prospects, you should be able to convert approximately 10% of those connections into discovery calls. So that's about 30 discovery calls. And with that, you should be able to close around 20%. That would be minimum, really, which is six closed clients. Now, if you're including email outreach and outbound calls as part of the strategy as well, you might even increase that discovery call sort of book to call rate. So it depends. This is what I'm saying to you. Like you're going to be given these scripts. You're going to be given like there's all automated systems that come into place here. All you got to do is come in and actually pick up the conversations and engage with them, and just try and sort of have conversations to see if they actually need help with their growth. And that's it. So a lot of it is done automatically, but you need to come in manually, track things, and like just find out what prospects, if they need something, if they don't need something, whatever the case may be. But it's all about managing the prospects and getting them to book discovery calls if need be. So I will be publishing a lot of content on LinkedIn as you were doing this. So the more connections that we get, and the dialogue that we're having in the DMs, simultaneously I'll be putting out content as well, which will be showing up on the newsfeed, and they'll be able to see the sort of results that we're generating. So that's going to attract more inbound prospects for you. It's going to see us as more trustworthy, a good go-to solution, and you can use those even case studies, if you want to call it, to help sell people on what we can actually do. But it'll very much be able to warm up our connections, once provided that they do see what we're doing and they engage with it. So it'll only help you convert more discovery calls and more sales calls. And just to continue on from that, really, in terms of sticking to the KPIs and conducting your daily administrative tasks, you'll need to attend meetings as scheduled. It's not something that I will do every day with you, but maybe a couple of times in the week, just to sort of check in, see how you're doing, how the performance is working out, review things, that kind of thing. You can also communicate with the team here on Slack. So any questions that you need answering, if you're if you need advice on conversations that you're having with prospects, ask in Slack. Some people will be asking questions where you may not have the answer, because it may not be in the resources that we give you in terms of training. So just ask questions. We're going to be there to help. You're going to need to update your prospecting tracking and reporting sheets. So you're going to be, every time that you've made a connection, or there's a connection made, you need to sort of track that, the name, the LinkedIn URL, the status of the connection. Have you followed up with them in recent times, that kind of thing, and just see if you're actually hitting your KPIs. Okay. Your KPIs is something that we will talk about if you get the role. So make sure that you're attending your booked meetings with your prospects, discovery calls and sales calls. Obviously, that is how everybody is going to make money with this situation. And conduct your BOD and EOD reports. Submit them both to your, there's forms. Beginning of day is a quick form just to sort of find out your kind of your start of day sort of mood, where you're at, your skill level, that kind of thing. It'll literally take you, even, I say 3-4 minutes there. That's probably to combine the both, but it will take you about a minute to add this and submit it. It just gives us an idea of like where you're at with your head, how you're feeling, ready for the task or days ahead. And same with your end of day report as well. Just like how many conversations did you have? Did you book any meetings? Did you close any deals? That kind of thing. So again, very much just all accountability. Now, I know this role is primarily, as I said, it's at the very beginning in the title, it is part-time. It is part-time. It's literally only a few hours a week that you're going to need to check in and, look at conversations, try follow up, obviously attend discovery calls or sales calls if you've been booked in. But this can grow out further for you over time as, we ramp things up a little bit. So let's look at the compensation structure here, okay? So this is interesting for you. So our retainers kind of like range anywhere from 1,500 up to 5,000, okay? And I'll talk about more about how that's broken down, but there's no need for that right now. We just look at some figures here. So if you can basically nurture a lead, get them on the discovery call, figure out if they are committed to, solving the problem, see us as the solution, and sell them on a second call, then you are very much entitled to get 40% commission on the deals closed. So if you close a deal at 1,500, 40%, that's 600 USD. Sometimes, depending on how much they're willing to spend, if the ad spends a little bit higher, it means that the retainer goes up again, of course. So that sticks at around 40%. So that's 1,000, as you can see here. Then we push it up a little bit further because we do have things that are even more expensive. Again, we might combine services where we're doing their customer acquisition on Facebook as well as their email marketing, and that might push up that will push up the retainer fee, or even we might even do coaching as well, which is like it's high figures as well. So that anything above 25,000 is hit at 25% commission. So you could potentially be earning between 750 and 1,250 per close. Okay, so if we just take even 5 closes a month, that's anywhere from 3 to 5,000. If you're really good and you're over time, as you start to as the system acquires more and more connections and there's more and more people coming into the pipeline, you're going to start ramping up numbers over time and actually start closing more people. Okay, and this is what it could potentially look like as figures sort of increase. All right. So that's just kind of like your on target, sort of just expected earnings as things happen. This is a system right now that we're working with, but I'll let you in a little secret if we get to work together. I will also be integrating ads as well, which is only going to increase your discovery call bookings. So there's going to be more opportunity for you to close, and that's where you may only do a few hours a week at this time, but it may turn into something where you're doing 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, because there's so many calls coming through. So a lot of potential, a lot of potential. So that's it, guys. I appreciate your time on this today. I hope it was of value. I hope I've explained everything as best I could, and I hope that you're intrigued in what I've had to say. If you want to apply for the position, by all means, there's a link below in this video. I want you to click that, spend about 5-10 minutes filling out a form so we have you on a database. And I'd like to just get to know, if you've come this far and you are still interested in kind of applying for the position, that's great news. I want to hear more about who you are now. And by doing that, I'll need to sort of figure out, study some of the answers that you have when you fill out the form, and I would like to sort of hear more about your experience and what you've done in the past, and what your goals are, and what you want to achieve as a person who's into sales. So that's it. I'll leave it at that. I look forward to hearing from those that are going to fill out the form. Thanks again for your time. Have a great day. Talk soon.